welcome to Frances Crocheting. Today we are going to be making a crochet bookmark. I love this flower bookmark. I use it all the time, and at all my craft shows that I've done, it's sold out every time. First, a real big disclaimer, I actually originally found this pattern on YouTube. It was by Korean vlog DIY, and she made this amazing video, but I decided that I didn't want my flower bookmark to have 6 petals. I wanted it to have 5, and I also changed the tail of the bookmark. So this is sort of a spin-off. If you want the full tutorial that she does, you're welcome to click the link up above. I'm gonna link it right there. But otherwise, let's get into it. First, we're going to need yarn, obviously. I'm using yellow for the center of my flower, white for my petals, and green for my stem. You can use any Aran weight cotton yarn that you'd like. You're welcome to use acrylic, but the results aren't going to be the same. This is from Joann Fabrics KNC yarn. I know Joann doesn't exist anymore, so can't really get that, but I'm also using Paintbox Aran yarn from lovecrafts.com. I love this cotton. It's really soft, and I just think these like pastel colors look really cute together. For other materials, you are gonna need a crochet hook. I'm using a C or 2.75 millimeter crochet hook. You can also use a 3 millimeter crochet hook as well. You're gonna need some scissors, some yarn needles. I just keep mine in like an old little mint tin, which I think is kind of cute. So yeah, you're gonna need one of those. And then this is optional, but if you want like the end of your bookmark to be, I don't know, you'll see how it turns out. If you want it to be the way that it does turn out, some fray check will also be pretty useful. So you can pick this up at, I think, your local craft store. I'm sure they sell it on Amazon. My whole like logo is really chipping off, so it's not really there anymore, but I will put a link in the description if you're interested in buying some of that. Without further ado, let's get on with this. Okay, so we're first going to start with our yellow yarn. Using it, we're going to make a magic circle, which, if you're not sure how, basically lay the end of your yarn on your palm like this. Take your first 2 fingers and make an X. Hold that yarn so it crosses 2 lines on your middle and your pointer finger, and take a crochet hook and pull the first loop under the second loop and pull your fingers out. It might look kind of messy, but that's your magic circle. Okay, so to continue, you're going to chain 1, and in the magic loop you're going to make 10 single crochets. Okay, once you have 10 single crochets, you can pull the end of your thread, your yarn, and tighten the loop. Oops. There we go. So now we have the center of our flower. To end, we're just going to find our first single crochet that we made. Go through both loops, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, pull through the last loop, chain 1. We're gonna grab our scissors and cut about a 4-inch tail. We're done with our yellow yarn. Now we can just yarn over and pull all the way through. To tighten, I just kind of go like that. Oops. There we go. Okay, so this is the right side of our work, and this is the wrong side. So we're gonna grab our white yarn, or whatever color you want to make your flower petals. And we're just going to find any single crochet, put our hook through both loops, pull the yarn through, and using both strands, we're going to chain 1. Then only using the working yarn, we're going to chain 2 more. What that does is it helps us attach the yarn securely to the yellow piece. Okay, now that we've chained 3, we're going to do 3 treble crochets in our next single crochet. What that means is that we're going to yarn over twice. We're going to insert our hook into the next space, yarn over, pull through the single crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more. We're going to do that again into the same exact space. Yarn over, pull through the single crochet, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops. And again, one more time in the exact same space. Okay, once you've done your 3 triple crochets, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. So not the space that we were just going into, the one right after it. Just going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on the single crochet, and pull through the 1 white loop left. And that is our first petal. So to do the next petal, we're going to repeat these steps. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. In the next space, we're going to do 3 triple crochets, which means yarn over twice, insert a hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Repeat this 2 more times in the same space. 1 and 2. Then to finish our second petal, we chain 3 and we go straight into the next stitch and slip stitch. That's our second petal. And we're going to repeat this step 3 more times for a total of 5 petals on our flower. So I'm going to meet you right when you reach the last petal. We'll do it together and we'll finish off our flower. Okay, so now we've made it to our last petal. All we're gonna do is the same thing, chain 3, yarn over 2. In the next stitch, we're going to do 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to chain 3, slip stitch in the next space. And to finish our flower off, you can either slip stitch into the next space, or if you want, which I'm going to do, is I'm just going to chain 1, cut my yarn about 4 inches, and yarn over, pull all the way through, and kind of pinch my yarn to form a knot to tighten. And that is our flower. Super cute. If you want, you can tighten the middle of the flower just to make sure there's no gap. And yeah, it's looking super cute. Now we just have to move on to the next part, which is the stem. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our flower over. You can find any spot that's in between the petals. So for me, that's gonna look like I could do this chain right here, or I could do this space. Either way, the point is you want to get kind of insert your hook into 2 loops of the back of a stitch that's in between 2 petals. So I'm gonna do mine, I think, right here. I'm going to grab my green yarn, pull through, and I'm going to kind of tie it here, kind of like a shoe. There we go. And I'm going to insert my hook into the same space, grab this working yarn, and I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to chain 12. Once we have the 12th stitch, I'm going to, in the second chain from my hook, I'm going to insert a single crochet. In the one after that, I'm going to do a half double crochet, then a double crochet, a triple crochet, a double crochet, a half double crochet, and finally a single crochet. And what we've just done is made the leaf of our bookmark. So all you need to do now is chain until you reach your desired length. I'm going to chain about 50. Sometimes just like to take a book and try out to see, if it goes all the way through, if my leaf is sticking out the top, because I always think that's a cute little accessory. So I'll meet you here after I've done 50 chains. Okay, I've now done 50 chains. I'm gonna test it out with a book here just to see if it'll work. As far as the length goes, let's see. Yeah, that works for me. I like the little tail coming out on the top. I don't know, I think that's pretty cute. So I'm gonna cut my yarn about 4 inches. And I'm just going to take my fray check, and pretty much this is just like fabric glue. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through, all the way through, tighten it so it's like a knot. And I'm going to take my fray check, hopefully I have enough, and just put a little bit here at the end. And I'm going to wait for this to dry. Usually it takes around 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And once it's dry, I can cut my yarn super tight because it'll just be like solidified, like glue. So don't put too much, but just put enough on the end so that it'll kind of dry out. I'm even gonna just put this in the sun, maybe that'll speed it up. And basically, that's the end of our bookmark. You can use your yarn needle to weave in all the ends. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. It's not necessarily a first project I would recommend, but I do think it is beginner friendly if you are familiar with the magic circle, with single crochets and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you found this helpful, and please share any pictures you have. If you have any questions, just comment below. I'd love to hear what you think of this. Thank you so much.